And okay, here's this one. This part's my favorite.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, so basically, okay, after the vampires world, the big one kill each other, blah blah blah. We don't really care about that point of the exposition. Anyway, the important part of the book, not that there's anything in this book is important, but you know the major plot points. The next major plot point of the book is apparently Bella and Edward get married. Bella gets pregnant to
a demon child.
Yes, and this demon child apparently is going to kill her after she gives birth with it. And Edward says to Jacob something to the effect of, "Why don't you tell Mr.Sonicfan113?"
Well, basically he says that you have to find some way to kill the demon child after she gives birth to him, before he kills her, and then he can have sex with her as much as he wants.
You know, it doesn't say that directly, but that's the implication.
Yes.
And I guess teenage girls are dumb.
I guess.
All the ones I walk to seem smart. I guess when they're reading the book, they automatically turn their brain cells off.
I suppose so.
But anyway, that's not how it happens, because apparently before she gives birth to the demon child, Edward turns Bella into a vampire, which instead gives birth to a half-vampire child. That's not quite as much as a demon child, but still classified as a demon child. Don't ask me how they did the math. I don't get how vampire plus human equals demon, and vampire plus vampire equals half-vampire. I don't know who's doing the math. You figure it out.
It's confusing.
By the way, all the stuff we just said, that was not the first book. That is the entire series. And if you stack all these...
just summed up the entire series in one paragraph.
Okay, 2 paragraphs if you're picky.
But still.
I mean, if you stack these up together and, synchronize the books, this has more words in it than the Bible, yet it takes them this long to tell a story. You know why? Because Stephanie Meyer uses 10 pages to describe an empty room. She drags it up out long and needs it to go and puts pointless filler in. It's romantic pointless filler, or so I'm told.
Yeah.
Even though, of everything I've heard, I really don't see how it's romantic. I know presentation is everything, but you can only present crap to look so appealing.
Yeah.
So, Mr.Sonicfan113, I know there's always, it's said that as much as how much as stuff sucks, there's always something good about it. As much as something rocks, there's also something that sucks about it. Can you think of anything about Twilight that is at all appealing?
No. Nothing at all.
Some people have told me Kristen Stewart is hot, apparently, but,
that doesn't appeal to us.
Yeah, but, well, maybe she doesn't look attractive just because this movie taints her because of how gothic and pale she looks. I don't know.
I'm sure.
Let's see, Now, you would think, the second movie, Eclipse, or New Moon, I think it's Eclipse, actually has Dakota Fanning in it as Jane. And if you know me well, you know I'm a big Dakota Fanning fan. And you would think anything with Dakota Fanning in it would be that much better. Kind of like you think how anything with Robin Williams in it would be that much better.
Yeah.
Exactly! But no. Just like with Robin Williams in that movie, Dakota Fanning in this movie, I'd consider this the low point of her career, even though if you talk to the average Twilight fangirl, they consider it the high point. Okay, now here's the part that most fans hate about Twilight, other than the cheesy romance, is that the fact that Stephanie Meyer totally destroys vampire myths. Now, if you read her book, what she actually calls it is, well, traditionally throughout history, that's how people said vampires are, but this is how vampires really are, which is really a way of saying that I was too lazy to do my research, and I just wanted to make a girl fantasy thing by doing stupid things like making vampires sparkle. Okay, let's just talk about vampires for a second. Vincent Valentine from Final Fantasy VII is more of a vampire than Edward Cullen. Yeah, he's more of a vampire than him too. God, why don't you tell him about what happens when the sun comes out?
When the sun comes out, guess what? He suddenly sparkles you suddenly see sparkles all over his body. He glitters. Yeah, he glitters. He's glittering.
Okay, now if that's not female fan service, then Yoko was not the male fan service on Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
Gah. By the way, in the original Dracula legend, Dracula could survive in the sun, but he did not sparkle, and even though he could survive, he lost all his vampire powers and was weakened. By the way, another thing about the vampire myth, you know the whole thing about vampires biting people, turn them into other vampires? Well, on this series, apparently vampires have venom. What? Do they think they're snakes or something?
Yeah.
Gah. Why do I do most of the talking on these rants?
I don't know. You're good at it.
Gah! Is the only reason you're here to be a foil?
No. I helped you out in that one video.
Do you even know what a foil is?
Not really. No.
I'll explain it later.
Okay.
Explain it later.
Okay.
And that, my friends, is the insanity of the Twilight fangirls. I'm dpolaristar. I analyze it because you're too lazy to.
Mr.Sonicfan113, and in the words of K-Wing, God bless and happy gaming. Peace out, and until we meet again, viewers.
Even though this has nothing to do with gaming.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's it. That's the end of my channel. The Martian stalk your mom. Good day. Please subscribe. It's free and easy. Just push the yellow button. Also, each time you subscribe to dpolaristar
And Mr.Sonicfan113,
you'll reduce the chances of me knocking down your door and murdering you in your sleep for being a fan of stupid things. Hurrah! By the way, if you're bored, check out our other videos. Hurrah! Do it now! By the way, my next video is going to be my top 20 Final Fantasy characters. Stay tuned.